our YouTube channel this morning. Let's do that and talk with Lois. She is in the studio with us, and want to wish you a good morning to you, and thanks for coming in this morning.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Let's talk about Mason County Meals on Wheels. So, how long have you been with the program now?
I have been this time for about 5 years.
All right, and it's a pretty dedicated program to helping people in the area. We talk about Mason County Senior Meals on Wheels, and on a day like today when there's not a lot of snow on the ground, there really isn't any snow on the ground here in West Michigan, and roads are dry and so on and so forth, that we can't take the program for granted. There's a lot when you threw out the number just a moment ago, the number of meals that you deliver, that the team delivers on a daily basis, it's incredible. So it's something that is year-round. It's nothing that is just in the coldest of winter days or blizzards or anything like that. This is a dedicated number of people that are part of this program, right?
Yes. So we have 200 participants in the program, and we do about 300 meals a day.
That's incredible. All from Mason County Central High School, right?
The middle school.
Middle school. That's right.
Kitchen, yeah.
And so you're prepping all of the food there. So let's break it down just a little bit, because we want to talk about the auction. I want to get into that because that's going to help the program in general. But I'm curious about this program. You've got 200 seniors throughout Mason County that are looking for that knock on the door, right?
Yes. So we leave the kitchen at 10:30. I have 5 route drivers and a senior meal center person that goes to a senior center every day.
Okay.
We leave at 10:30 and deliver meals until about 3.
How many people are delivering?
5.
5, okay. So 5 people have to cover 200 homes, roughly, every day.
Every day, yes.
That's
Monday
incredible.
Through Friday. And on Friday, we deliver 200 extra frozen meals. So Friday is a really busy day.
Wow. Okay, so there's so many questions. Are you ready? I hope you are.
I'm ready.
Lois is joining us this morning. If you're just joining us, you're able to get to everybody? Okay.
Yes.
Is it primarily lunch, dinners? Is it things that are hot and ready to eat right when you're delivering them? Let's start there. What does that breakdown look like?
Okay, so we do 3 different meals.
Okay.
A hot meal, a cold lunch, and a cold breakfast.
Okay.
For those who need it, they can get a combination of the 3.
Wow.
And we, the hot meals are made every morning, fresh. They get fruit and 2 sides of vegetables with each meal. Breakfast is a little different because I usually do vegetables, but
yep.
So 300 meals go out, spanning for 200 people.
Yep, absolutely, or 200 homes there, because you have multiple people. You have a couple in the home and stuff like that. So, and let's get you closer to that microphone so people can hear you. You're doing great. If you're just joining us, we're talking with Lois Cole from Mason County Senior Meals on Wheels. There's an auction coming up, because now that you're starting to break it down, you got 5 people. They're jumping in their vehicles. This must mean, knock on the door. Here's your meal, making sure you're okay.
Yep.
Give a good greeting, and then they're moving on to the next.
Yes.
Okay.
We spend about 2 minutes on average with each person. It can get more because we do have some people who like to talk, which is fine.
Absolutely.
A lot of times we're the only people they see every day.
Yeah.
So
what is that? How does that mean? What does that mean to those delivery drivers like that?
It means a lot. We have, each person has a handful of favorites, and they just really enjoy their jobs. So,
I think that's cool. Yeah. Is it paid? Is it volunteer? What is that like?
It's paid. Okay. It's a paid position, and we supply the vehicles. So they're not in their own. We supply all the gas. They get an hourly wage.
Okay.
So the girls in the kitchen are listening.
Yeah.
And I got a shout out to Jeanette, Laura, Nancy, Karen. Hi, girls, and Jessica and Miriam.
There you go. All right. Because their dedication, too, because we talk a lot about in the segment about the drivers, but the food prep team, that's a lot. I mean, because you have to make sure, I'm just assuming here, but these are dietary restrictions?
Yes.
Do you have to know about this household versus that household and make sure everything is right? How do you do that?
So each meal, we do a diabetic and low sodium diet for also.
Okay.
So, and we have people who don't like broccoli and
Yeah, absolutely.
mushrooms. And so we use a program called Care Vantage that each of our participants are in, and we can put special diets, special food needs into each one. And each driver knows their people pretty well.
Yeah.
And I do a lot of spreadsheets.
Absolutely.
With a lot of numbers. So.
Well, and the nice thing about that is it's not just here's what we're serving and everybody gets that and sort of the I don't care approach. This is a very much care approach for all these seniors, right?
Yeah. So they look forward to seeing us every day and they let us know.
That's pretty cool.
So yeah, it's a very rewarding job.
Well, and speaking of that was my next question is there any scenarios or anything that, not necessarily scenarios, but examples of kind of the aha moments, the great moments for you or for your team? They come back, they're like, you know what happened today? What's that like?
It's different. You don't get it a whole lot with other positions. Like I've worked everywhere, but sometimes they come back and say, oh, well, she's so sweet. We get new people every day. So we're almost at capacity. So we'll be starting a waiting list soon.
Oh, really?
Which is a first.
Yeah.
So that generation's just getting older. So
absolutely,
they need a little bit more help.
What does that mean for us as the community to help? I know we got to talk about the van. We'll get to that, but understanding the program in general, a wait list sounds like a negative, right? Because then we're there's seniors that are going to need help that we need to step in even more or look at other agencies probably to provide help there. What does that look like? So
we do it by priority. So we have a whole questionnaire for priority. And if you're in most need, you get to the top of the list. So it's done in Kent County and Oceana. So I just have to figure it out. Yeah.
Does it mean you need to expand the number of people that you have in the program?
Yeah. So we'll need more route drivers and more prep people, which they do both. They come in the morning and prep, and then they go on the routes. So they work about 6-7 hours a day. Okay. And even if it's temporary, even if it's somebody that's there when if there's an influx for, let's say, spring and summer, or I don't know if is it seasonal? No. Okay. No. We've been short staffed for about 15 years. So. Holy cow! Wow. Okay. Okay. Is it just like every other industry? It's hard to find people to work. Yeah, and it is hard work, and it takes a lot to be able to do it. So break it down for us before we jump into the auction side. What does a typical day look like for, let's say, the driver? Break that down for us this morning. So, for instance, my driver, Nancy, she's been with the program longest. Okay. She's been 6 years. Okay. So she goes on the east-north. She touches 3 counties on a Monday. So wow. She comes in and she'll start packing the cold coolers. She has 3 of them to pack. The Miriam has 2. Okay. So she packs about 100 cold, and then she sets up the hotline. Okay. And then my driver, Jeanette, or I, have been cooking all morning. Okay. Nancy comes in at 8. Jeanette comes in at 7. And then the girls, the rest of them come in at 8 too. So yeah, she packs up their meals, and then they do the hot meals, 4 of them on a line. Okay. And they pack those up in about 45 minutes. Okay. So we did 207 yesterday. Wow. Wow. Yeah. and by 10:30, yep, everybody's out the door. 10:30, everyone's packed up in their vans and out. Okay. So. And they're out on the road till how long? Nancy gets back at 3. Okay. About 3:15 on Mondays, because she goes out to Whiskey Creek area, Ruby Creek area. Okay. They get 1 delivery a week. They get 1 hot meal and 6 frozens, and I have 3 of them out there, so it's just a longer day. And it sounds like this is a program where those meals, it's not just for that day. It's kind of an overlap into the next day, or it's or those meals are for that particular day. So all the meals the cold lunch, cold breakfast, and the hot meal get delivered at the same time. So if they choose to get a breakfast, that's for the next day.
Yeah, okay.
They can eat their cold lunch now and save their hot meal, put it in the fridge. It's in a microwavable container.
Okay, yeah.
And heat it up later, or eat the cold meal for a smaller dinner.
Okay.
Later. So, yeah.
What's the feedback that you get from these seniors out there? What is that like?
I get to go on routes a lot.
Okay.
I'm the sub driver too.
Yeah.
So I get to see a majority of them quite often, and they love their drivers. I always hear, they're so nice, and she comes in, she gets my mail, she'll, so. Yeah.
So wearing a lot of hats and a lot of help there. If you're just joining us, we're talking with Lois Cole with Mason County Meals on Wheels. So we've got the auction coming up a month from now, almost nearly a month from now, April 26th, right? Mm-hmm. This is going to be conducted on your Facebook page. Are you still looking for items for the auction? Because the end result is to raise enough money that you, and as you said just a few minutes ago, that you provide your own vans to the drivers, and you want to get a new van as part of that fleet to help out this program. So let's start and let's break that down, because you're early enough that if you're looking for items, that there's going to be businesses and organizations that are going to jump out to help out, right?
Yeah, and we've already had some donations come in. Safari Sun donated a nice basket, so we're looking forward to see how much that brings in.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
A couple of the seniors have donated stuff. I've gotten anywhere from a dog treadmill to a vase.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Okay, no, this is good. Yeah. What would be your call out this morning? Are you looking for businesses and organizations to reach out to you?
Even individuals. We're looking for services, items, anything that you think is in good enough condition to. And if you get a hold of me or Jeanette on Facebook through the Facebook page, we'll arrange pickup or drop off.
Okay, that's awesome to hear that. Talk about the van. Do you have one picked out? Is there a goal that you want to raise? What does that break down to be?
I don't have one picked out yet. I would like to get a brand new. It's a vehicle we can take on the rural route.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So we go through a lot of tires, a lot of front ends. There's a lot of dirt roads out there. So
absolutely.
Yeah, something a little better, and I'd like to buy it brand new. So.
Okay. All right. And we have a month to build up the number of items for the auction, to get the word out. We're going to continue to spread that. We got the fridge magnet program that we're going to put behind it to make sure that the word is spread out there. Because going back to my original statement, it's nice out, kind of a dreary looking day, but you feel spring is ahead of us, right? Mm-hmm. But in those blizzard like days, in the icy condition days, I remember this past winter we were calling for schools that were closed. But the Meals on Wheels program continued. You have to feed people, and that's what you were doing. Right.
And to plan for a shutdown is just that many more meals that have to go out, because people would need frozens. Yeah. We had to close before, I think it was Thanksgiving break this year because of the snow. We just want all our drivers to be safe. And the people that we go to, they want us to be safe too. So, but we do prepare for it. And if we can avoid a shutdown, we do, because usually the plows are out and stuff by 10:30, so it's just them getting here. Is I have somebody who drives from Hart, and
that's incredible. Now the Meals on Wheels program, is it funded by the seniors? Is it a free service for the seniors? What does that breakdown like?
So we are a donation-based program.
Okay,
we get funding from the area agency on aging through. They cover 9 counties in West Michigan, from Kent to Mason and down. And our seniors donate. The suggested donation per meal is $3, but you do not have to donate to participate.
Okay.
Those who can afford it do, and those who can't.
Still get meals.
Yeah, they still get meals.
Wow, that's pretty impressive. Anything else that we don't know as a general community about this program that would just help shed some light on it for all of us? Is there anything that comes to mind that maybe a perception or something that people don't know that we can share with them?
We've been around for 40 years.
40 years.
Yeah, and Marianne, who I took over half of her position, she was the director of both the hot lunch and the senior meal program for about 20 years. So Josie Dolman and I took those 2 parts over. They split it in 2, and we're doing, our best to fill those shoes.
Yeah.
But
it sounds like it's a lot of weight on your shoulders, on all of everybody's shoulders.
Yeah. So, and being short-staffed is hard too, because you don't have all the help that you would like, and, dishes get put off. And
yeah. What about, but why do you do it? Why does if you had to speak up for every one of those individuals that are part of it?
Don't make me do that.
No.
You'll get your chance. Right? No. I think it's because it's very rewarding. It's fast-paced.
Okay.
You're not bored at all, and you get to see some of your favorite people every day.
That's cool. Yeah, that's like you said, rewarding. I think that's pretty awesome. All right, auction. April 26th.
Yes.
Okay, Facebook page. How is it going to be conducted? Basically, here's the items, highest bidder by a certain time, I would assume.
Sure, yep.
Okay.
We're doing it between 2 and 5.
Okay.
And our little Facebook Live, I don't know, we're not very...
No, it's okay. You'll get there. You got a month to prep for it.
Right.
It's okay.
So the items will be posted, and kind of like how the pie auction went, you just bid on the picture, and the highest bidder will get the item.
There you go.
We're hoping to get them out a week or 2 after the auction's done.
All right, let's make it happen, and we'll continue to spread the word about it. Lois, we appreciate you stopping by this morning. We appreciate you exploring the program. I know we have plans to kind of go behind the scenes at the Mason County Meals on Wheels. I think that'll be fun to see kind of what we talked about this morning.
It'll be nice to see people see what we do, because it is a lot.
Absolutely. Well, we commend you, and we appreciate your dedication.
Well,
I think
thank you for your support.
Absolutely. It's pretty powerful. It is now 8:42 now on 102.7 Mom FM and Hot Country Hits 99.9. If you missed any part of this segment, you can watch it in its entirety on our Facebook page and our YouTube channel. Get a chance to do that, because it's a great program, Mason County Meals on Wheels, and there's an opportunity for you to support them coming up April 26th, too. We'll tell you all about that as we get closer, not only in the Fridge Magnet program, but again, we'll remind you as you get closer to the